Hello, vinyl community. I'm back to do another kind of project video, showing my collection kind of video. So it's gonna be a long one. I started off 2 weeks ago by showing my psych and international psych and prog, and I did 3 sort of crates or shelf spaces. So I'm gonna go down to showing 1 space at a time, 1 per evening, like I did with my jazz collection. So we have come to K, and we are going to move all the way to M today. But before we do that, I actually got a pretty nice deal on some books that have been high up on my want list for many years. I actually had these as PDFs, the first 3 books as PDFs when, I don't know, maybe mid-2000s or something like that. I had them on my computer, and today I have them on my iPad. They circled around these PDFs with Hans Pakura's Record Collector Dreams books. So the first 3, I think. And I knew you could buy them, but the shipping was so expensive. And 2 years ago, I think it was, a store offered a bundle. So all 7 books back then, I think it was 7 books. All 7 books for a pretty nice price, but the shipping was almost as expensive as because they weigh a ton. So it was almost as expensive as the books. So I didn't buy them. But a week ago, last weekend, there were a store in Stockholm that released an Instagram post where they said that they had these books for sale. So I ended up getting a great deal on everyone. So I bought all of them, except number 6. He didn't have number 6. So number 1001 and 7001 was opened. The rest of them are sealed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8 is now in my possession. I'm super happy with that. So I have started a project, and this is going to take a while, but what I'm doing is, and all of you know about this, I don't have to talk about the books themselves. So what I'm doing now is I turn to the first page, the first record on the first page, United Kingdom, Alco Threads of Life. And I listened to that, and I think I listened to that 5-6 minutes, something like that. Then I got bored, and I moved to the next one. And the project is that I can't turn the page before I have listened to all of the records on every side. So Wednesday I started out with this project. I got them Tuesday, so Wednesday, and it's Saturday today, and I only have come half through the first book. So I still have 7.5 books to go. So this project of mine has added maybe 40 records to my want list, and it has actually taken away maybe 5 or 6 records from my want list that I had before, but now listened to and realized that I only had them there because they were rare, not as good. And here's a lot of good psych records in here. I mean, not everything. A lot of them are just rare. In my opinion, they are just rare. It's not that good, but a lot of them are so good. There's a record there called Subway that I had no idea that even existed, from France. It's so good. Just blows everything I've heard within maybe a year or 2. Just blows it away. So yeah, nice little project. Glad I have the books. I'm gonna hunt for the 6th book also, so I have everyone. If anyone have the 6th book, let me know and I'll buy it from you. Okay, so moving on to records. That's why we're here. That's why you put the time in. So we stopped at K, King Crimson, and so we're gonna start with Lizard. I think this is a 2nd or 3rd UK press on Pink Rim Island. Islands, Lark's Tongue in Aspic. This is really good. Starless and Bible Black, US press. Thick cardboard, Atlantic, green and red. You know the label. King Crimson's Red from 1974. The first record of King Crimson is the best one in my opinion. This is the next best thing. Red 1974. Fantastic record. USA, just so, and this is good, but not as good as everyone is saying. A Discipline. And Tony Levin came into the band here 1981. Fantastic bass playing style. Added a lot to King Crimson back in the day, but I don't like the production. It's just that sort of 80s slick industrial production. That's why I can't listen to Talking Heads either. It's that sort of sound. This is Beat and Three of a Perfect Pair. This, on the other hand, is really good. This is the young person's guide to King Crimson. It's a compilation of King Crimson songs, but some of them are actually sort of different versions of songs. Robert Fripp's Exposure, great solo record from the guy. And here's a version of Here Comes the Flood, which is also on Peter Gabriel's first record called Car. But this is almost better. Don't tell Peter Gabriel that I said that. Let the Power Fall, this is Frippotronic record, and League of Gentlemen. So a lot of like guitar masturbation on here. If you're a guitar masturbator, you would love these Frippotronic records, I bet. Moving on to a masterpiece, in my opinion. This is Fripp and Eno's No Pussyfooting. Really, really good. 1972. Let's say 72. It's just like, no one can talk back to me. It's great. And the League of Crafty Guitarists live. So acoustic masturbation. No electronic masturbation. Adrian Belew's Lone Rhino. Yeah. And UK's First. This is good. Didn't like the second one, but the first one is good. Bruford's Feels Good to Me. This has a killer lineup. So Bill Bruford, Dave Stewart, Alan Holdsworth, Annette Peacock, Jeff Berlin, and Kenny Wheeler. So a lot of the who's who of the English jazz scene from that day. And here's One of a Kind, which is, in my opinion, a better record. I love it. Bruford tapes. And that's the last sort of King Crimson related record. Klaatu. Imagine that people thought that this was the Beatles, or it's just a nasty rumor that people thought that it was the Beatles, but it's a pretty fun rumor. It sounds nothing like the Beatles, and Hope, also a good record. Good records. I have a small Kraftwerk collection. I wish I had more, especially the early stuff. Trans-Europe Express. This is Radioactivity, which is good. Man Machine. And I wish I had Tour de France and Autobahn, classic records. I don't have them. And that sort of krautish, early Kraftwerk would be nice to have also. An Invisible World revealed by Krokodil. This is a first German press of this. Glad I have that in my collection. One of my prized possessions. Leaf Hound, Grower Mushrooms. This is a repertoire reissue, and except for Freelance Fiend, which is a fantastic sort of heavy psych anthem almost. The record is just so, I don't know, a little bit overrated in my opinion. Gets a lot of hype. A lot of hype. Linus Farm, Roll on Ruby, and Boom. This is Locomotive GT3. Both are just so those records. Lucifer's Friend, fantastic, almost a masterpiece. Wish I had an OG of that. Psychedelic Underground, Bokai Retziem. This is an OG, fantastic record. Check it out. Magma and Magma Live. Both great. I don't know if I need more Magma in my life. Maybe I need more. The first one, I really need the first record. Villhöver is a Swedish word. Villhöver. You want it and you need it. Villhöver. Will Malone, the best record ever recorded. It's just fact. It's a fact. Will Malone. And I store my Will Malone related records with my Will Malone records. So Fickle Pickle, Skinful Sinful, and I have an OG press of Orange Bicycle, first UK press. Glad to own that. But Motherlight is not a first press. This is a Morgan Blue Town reissue. Throwback Jones Malone, fantastic psych record. Maybe psych pop. Psych pop. No, psych. Let's say psych. Sounds cooler. Psych pop sounds way uncooler. Man, slow motion, okay record. Phil Manzanera, Diamond Head. This is fantastic. Cheap. Get it. 801, fantastic. 801 live, even better. Brian Eno, Bill McCormick, and Phil Manzanera on it. This K-Scope, no, that's good. No, that's good. And Marillion's Misplaced Childhood is a good record. A lot of people think this is a masterpiece. I don't. And I don't have more Marillion records. I've had a bunch, but I sold them. Marillion is not my favorite band of all time. I have some problems with the singer, I think. Musician-wise, it's good. I don't like the production either. I have a friend at work called Lasse. He watched these videos sometimes. He's gonna kill me because he loves Marillion. But yeah, I'm glad that Lasse likes Marillion. This is Mars Volta, Die Laustin Chromatorium. Great record, 10 out of 10. And another 10 out of 10 is Francis Mute. Yeah, original press, great to have that in my collection. And this is Octedron, something like that. Let's do the rest of them, shall we? This is Delusion by Mac Church Soundroom. This is one of the best records ever recorded, and I have a bunch of records now that is super good. 10 out of 10. McDonald and Giles. I bought the first press. This got here, and it ended up being a second press, so I got almost all my money back from the seller. He didn't want me to send it back, so that was good. Message from Books and Dreams, 10 out of 10, Kraut record, original press. And another one, original press, Mighty Baby, just so good. And the rest of these are actually Moody Blues records, because you always need not one copy of Days of Future Past, but two. Let's say this breaks, you need this. And you don't need one copy of In Search of Lost Chord. You need two because you want one in your car. And you need two of To Our Children's Children. And you need two of this, but I just have one. One On the Threshold of Dreams. This is great. Question of Balance, original press, and 70s listening copy. Question of Balance, yeah. And two of Every Boy Deserves Favor. This is great stuff, and they are so damn cheap. I think I bought the original presses, or the early, not original, but not first pressings, but early pressings at least of those. I bought them 10 years ago for maybe 50 cents each. And these 70s reissues I got not too long ago for maybe €2 each. So still very inexpensive records. You can get them for like €5-6 maybe. So that's it. See you tomorrow. Bye. I'm gonna drink wine now and hang out with my wife. We've been hanging out for several weeks now in quarantine, and we still enjoy each other's company, which is fantastic. Okay.